tell us, how did you get together again?
We have stayed friends through all the period, all the 27 years. And at a certain point we realised that we actually had to address the fact of, are we ever going to play together as Van der Graaf again or not? And we decided that we'd have an experiment and just go away very quietly and secretly by ourselves and see if there was something to be done. Which evidently there was, because the unit still works. And so then we emerged into this brief late flowering of a career. It's not, you know, I mean, I have to say that, you know, it's not necessarily a kind of an absolute rock or band career or what have you. It's playing things for the moment that we're in, and that's, I think, has always been part of the Van der Graaf ethos, to be honest, and certainly as something that we've carried through into this current incarnation, as I think is evident by tonight's show.
I think if there was ever an unorthodox career in rock, then it was you.
Yeah, it's not really career. Career is maybe too strong a word, actually, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, the music counts. You know?
Exactly. At the end of the day, the music and the doing of the music, and I think for all of us, the way in which we do the music is the important thing. That, you know, it's without boundaries, to be honest. Part of the deal about Van der Graaf from the very earliest days was that we were not interested in boundaries, in being a group that was allied particularly with any particular strand of music. That at certain moments we would play things that were like ballads, at certain moments we play things that are completely free jazz, at certain moments we play almost heavy metal. Granted the fact that the main instruments are organ and sax, not generally noted as the main heavy metal instruments, but, you know, we like a bit of power, we like a bit of delicacy and so on. So, yeah, that's the spirit, I think. The whole Van der Graaf story begins when I went in 68, 69 and joined up with Hugh and began working in London. If we'd been even a year later, I don't think we'd have had the tenacity to go on and do the stuff that we'd done. But it was a very, very exciting time.
But what was it? What sparked all this off? Do you have any explanation?
Well, it was an open era, you know. We were, the media were gradually opening up. There were communications between cultures. I suppose drugs have an element to do with this as well, to be honest. Just there was a feeling that, there was the feeling actually that anything was possible, and that the world might genuinely change as a result of music or as a result of art or something like that. So, yeah, it was just the spirit that was in the air.
You consider your group being part of the psychedelic movement?
For myself, I think the psychedelic movement was really an American thing. That's, I think, Big Brother, Jefferson Airplane, all that kind of thing. In Britain, the deal was more the underground movement, which has a parallel, but it's not quite the same thing. Certainly when we started, we were an underground group. But partly because we couldn't be defined in any other way. That's essentially the problem. And I do have to say, still, I hate the idea of being defined down to anything. I like music of all kinds. And as long as the heart and the spirit and the soul are properly in it, it's proper music.